I feel like Jessica Simpson, Chicken of the Sea. But I really did a lot of growing up when I moved here, and I really didn't know a lot about the world. Like I told you, I just found out what brisket was.
Right, and
so I'm trying to learn.
You thought brisket was?
I thought it was a fish from the sea.
Coffee Talk. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Talk. I'm with one of my favorite people today. I have a guest on he's hilarious. On stage, I mean, you blew me away. Off stage, just as funny. Welcome, Nicky Paris.
Hi, Tara. How are you? I'm so happy to see you.
Me too.
Paisans in LA.
Know. Look at us. Look at us. Look at the Italians connecting.
I know.
And the biggest rivalry of the Bronx, though, Staten Island.
That's right.
Yeah, Staten Island Italian.
I'm here, and we're here, and I'm ready to flip someone off at all times and get back to my roots, frankly.
How long are you here?
I've been in LA 7 years, and I stick out like a sore thumb. I do.
Do you?
Yes, I can't help it. I'll tell someone to EFF off real quick. The people here need a little.
Yeah. No, I know. I
have
they
agida.
Do. They need old school agida.
I have
agida.
Do
they know what agida is in LA?
No, they absolutely do not.
Kita, do you know what agida is? Yeah, all right,
you know agida.
You know agida.
People thought it was a bacterial infection when they first moved out here, but no, I have the agida a lot.
Yeah.
And it's brewing like Progresso soup.
Aggravation, everybody. So wait, you grew up Staten Island Italian.
Staten Island, yeah.
Did you have like a big family? Were you?
Yes, but like most Italian people, they stopped talking to each other. So I started off with I had a big family, but certain members have dispersed permanently after my grandma was accused of killing my grandpa. Certain family members left. And
are they Sicilian? I'm
half Sicilian, half Calabrese. So
oh my God. What side killed the
I'm going to say the Calabria side, because that's the hard-headed.
Okay.
That's the only thing I know.
Sicilians also were...
Half Sicilian, half Calabrese. Yeah. Calabrese?
Yeah, Sicilians are famous for murders. Where the mafia
I wish someone
started.
would murder me. Do me a favor, put me out of my misery.
So all right, no, you are a gift. You are a bright light. We need Nicky Paris in this world.
I'm so happy you're here.
We need Nicky. Wait, so you grew up
in Staten Island. I have a little brother with special needs. I still think he's faking it, but I'm gonna wait and see I'm gonna wait and see what the jury decides.
He just wanted all the attention because you were the funny one.
No, I always say my dream was to be disabled because that's what it took to get attention. My dad's an architect. My mom works for my dad. I'm sure they, do dirty things in that office, little things you just want to pray about on the rosary beads.
Right.
And I've been out here for 7 years, and I love Staten Island. People call us disgusting and trashy, and that's true. But we also have heart. We have heart. You do. But it's hard having a family from Staten Island because I think that they're based in like 1960.
So now you realize you're in Staten Island, just like I was, the Italian girl from the Bronx, and you realized there was like a whole other avenue for you. Mm-hmm. And you went straight to LA at that point? Or did you start comedy in New York? I
started comedy in New York, when I was 17. And then I was doing it for 7 or 8 years before I moved. And my family was heartbroken. But I had to go.
Right, yeah. An Italian son leaving his house.
Yeah, they were like, you abandoned us. I'm like, I'm not in Baghdad. Like, I'm having a nice little life. But I do miss Annandale. I do. And I heard the crime has gone up. And I would like to go back. And I'm thinking about a mayoral run.
I mean, you may be what the city needs.
I think it's what they need right now. I don't know, Nicole Malliotakis, I don't know a lot about her, but I think she looks like a thumb. So I'm sure just on that alone, I think that I could rally the people in a way that they need.
Well,
and Nicole, if you're listening, I don't know what to say. You seem lovely. And, the upper part of the pantsuit, it does need to be so tight.
What now? What does that look like? What does your mayoral run look like? What policies do you want to put into Staten Island?
I think fangool would be the official term.
That's the slogan
of Staten Island. Fangool. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet, but I've just really thought about campaigning and the outfits I would wear at Tottenville at the pier.
It's about fashion.
Where the people congregate, the lighthouse.
Yeah.
That's still there.
Oh my God.
But the hard work, Tara, I haven't actually thought about yet. But I have thought about
I've thought about my outfits.
I have thought about the publicity campaign and how I could enrich the Staten Island local community TV.
Right.
And who am I if I'm not thinking about that?
Which is right. Stay on brand. Stay on brand for us. But all right, so then your personality. I mean, just for this podcast, people can capture why I love you so much.
And I love you
but
so much
you
too.
Come out now to Los Angeles and pursue comedy here.
I thought I was going to be a professional model, and I was shocked. I always said, as a kid, I always thought I would have been molested.
Right.
And it didn't happen.
Were you in the Catholic schools?
Yes. Well, I went to St. Clair's.
Okay.
Do you know that one?
I mean, I know
Very
St. Clair's by
creepy.
me. And
It has
yet,
a doubt. I don't know if you know that film.
Wait, that's where it's from? No, of course I know.
No, it's not. But I was hoping to.
I was like, wait, that was.
I was hoping to star in the reboot, but unfortunately.
It wasn't in the cards.
It wasn't in the cards.
It wasn't in the cards.
I blame my agents, frankly. Okay. It's all one could do. So, what was the question? I'm having so much fun with you.
You come out to Los Angeles.
Yes, and I've been wreaking havoc. So I thought that I was going to come out here and
I mean, how tall are you? Italian guys aren't normally tall. How tall?
No, I'm like 5'7".
And you were like model still.
Yeah, I had heart.
You're cute enough.
And with Dr. Scholl's, I could be about a good 5'8" if I really put my back into it. So, it's been the most rewarding thing, but also like really just challenging too, because I had to grow up. Mentally, I'm like 11 years old. So since I've been here, I'm now 16.
Did you have an Italian mom who did everything for you, or she was not that way?
She did. Yes, she did. She babied me for sure. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize, I don't know, growing up, like I didn't realize that people, like you had to buy your own like toilet paper and stuff. I guess I'm a little out of touch,
right.
But I feel like Jessica Simpson, Chicken of the Sea. Right. But I really did a lot of growing up when I moved here, and I really didn't know a lot about the world. Like I told you, I just found out what brisket was.
Right, and
so I'm trying to
learn.
You
thought brisket was?
I thought it was a fish from the sea. So I think I need an IEP.
How did you not know what brisket was coming from New York?
I'm not a big fish person. I just like the galamont.
There's like tons of Jewish people in Staten Island. How did you not know?
Well, did you grow up in a very Italian neighborhood?
Yeah, Annandale.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like Arendelle from Frozen,
yeah,
but
no, Annandale,
gayer.
Yeah.
But yeah, Annandale. And I love a rice ball. I do. I love Staten Island. I really, I don't think we have good representation.
No, which is why this mayoral run may be necessary. But
have you ever had a mayor with Tourette's? Here I come.
Did you enjoy Pete Davidson's film?
I did like Pete Davidson's film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, did it represent your home? Did you think, or?
Did you feel like I can't remember when I watched it, but I'm sure.
No.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Did you not watch the film?
I did watch the film, but I do a lot of texting when I watch things, so I
well,
miss
that's
like
your
a third
generation.
Of the movie. I know, and I wake up and I'm like, wait, she died? Like, how did? And then I have to rewind, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just not gonna come back.
Did you White Lotus?
I did love White Lotus.
Did you text during it?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to watch the brother scene about 3 times just to make sure I had a grip on it. Oh. It was sick.
Yeah, it was.
But that's good TV. That's what the world needs right now, to break through the noise. What happened?
Had a grip on it? Really? During that scene?
Well, wordplay. But, I think we just need better Italian representation.
Absolutely.
Here in LA, for sure.
You're doing that. Now, do people pick up? No,
I don't know if I am. I'm trying to.
This is how I knew. You see, to me, I hear like, oh my God, Staten Island Italian, the minute you open your mouth. But we did a show in New York together, and it was about it had like Italian themed things.
Yeah.
And at the end of the show, it was called Paulie's Dinner. He's been a guest on the podcast, Paul Costabile.
Love him.
And then we're on stage, and it's a bunch of us. I mean, they made mozzarella at this stage on this show. Like, it was as Italian as you can get in New York City. I was like, what's happening? What is going on right now? After Nicky was mozzarella, then I had to follow the mozzarella.
And all the
I
men
was like, I wanted to follow Nicky. He just killed. Why am I following the cheese?
And all the men had on very tight suits, and it was very hot in the room. So we saw different colors of rosacea from purple to plum. There were options.
Yeah, there was options. But now we're on stage at the end, and we're singing, I guess, I don't even know if it was New York. It was like an Italian, it was a Sinatra song.
Yeah.
And I look over, and you were and we're all wording it, and we look over, and you have not a lick. You didn't know one lyric.
Well, I heard Frank Sinatra used to hit his wife. So
you just
in solidarity with women, I've decided not to learn any of the lyrics, and I'm just doing my part. No,
so
he pushed.
Your what was it? Eva? Eva?
Yeah,
Eva
I
Gardner?
heard stories.
I think that was the only woman he ever really loved too. So,
Why hit her?
A little slap across the face there.
But we're Italian.
Right.
I've been hit by a lot of family members.
Oh.
My grandpa used to pay me to massage him.
Wait, your grandma?
My grandpa used to
Pay
pay me
you- yeah.
$5 to massage him at family parties, but
Yeah.
not in a creepy way.
No, I didn't agree with you, right? No, it was for a second. I was like, I thought you said my grandma paid me to massage him, and I was like, when your grandmother trans. I was like,
Not that
wow,
I
that
know
was
of.
so progressive.
I know. They were so
for
ahead of their
back
time.
then.
You know, my grandma's gonna kill me because she follows me on Instagram. I'm sure she'll see this. But there was a rumor that we thought my grandparents had a sex tape because they were going through like old cassette things. You know, they put it up on the projector.
Yes.
And my grandpa, towards the end of his life, missed him so much. He got up and he was like, no, not that tape. So we all wonder what was on the tape.
You don't know what's on the tape?
No, he jumped up so quick. We couldn't stop him.
Oh, where's that now?
In storage.
I mean,
Should I go dig it up?
right.
I know. I don't want to
secrets.
find out that my family's sicker than I thought.
No, yeah, I already think my family's sick. I don't need to know any other secrets
No,
that's
I
going
tell
on with
people
my
they have
house.
brain injuries, and it's up to
You're right.
people to figure it out for themselves.
Are they okay with you doing comedy? Do you talk about? I know you talk about your brother,
Yeah, I do. No, they don't love it.
They don't love it.
I don't think.
Did you come from that? Because I spoke about it in the podcast before, where like they were like, you don't talk about what goes on in this house.
Yeah.
Was that like
very much? Oh yes, I was raised to be a mute. They wanted me to say nothing and do nothing, and I've always been that way.
And here you have
unfortunately.
a microphone in front of you at all times.
Yeah, and now I just have to blame others. I have to
Right.
blame the fumes from the dump. I don't know how I ended up like this. And I have to tell you, as I'm getting older, I was like, I'm sure I'll mellow out. Oh no, I'm only getting worse as time is going on.
You're still very young. You're
I'm
still
really
a
not.
baby.
I've been through the mill.
No,
I'm
no.
49.
No, you're still a baby. So now you're in LA. Do they pick up on the Staten Island Italian here?
Yeah, a lot of people, when I just remember when I first moved out here, there was like an agent or whatever, and he was a big comedy agent. And for some reason, he was just bullying me for being from Staten Island. And I was like, you're from Arkansas. That's not any better. You know what I mean? I've
Yeah.
been intimate with a family member, and I'm
Right.
sure you have.
Right.
Or somebody in your lineage.
Right.
So don't...
Your parents are first cousins, and you want to talk shit about me?
And not to be like that, but I also dined on granite. It was a lovely life growing up. Like it was.
I dined on
Could my
granite.
brother walk? No, but I had my meals on beautiful stone, and that's what's important. What else? Else do you want? What else could you want?
I
So-
just watched a movie, and I love her so much. I should have her on. It's called Fresh Kills. It was about
Oh, that's a town in Staten Island?
yes.
Fresh Kills.
It was
yeah.
about the woman's side of being in a connected family and what the women went through and what they endured in a Staten Island Italian community and how hard it was, but like you see the lifestyle, in this beautiful home and this.
I wish I had mob ties. That's the one thing that I wish my parents would have. My dad's an architect.
It's like
Boring. Yeah. And he
Yeah.
doesn't even want to see the world.
What-
It's hard for them to travel with my brother. At least that's what they tell me when I travel and ask them to come. But yeah, my dad's like, I was like, don't you want to see the architecture of like London or Paris or Italy? And he's like, no. I said, you just want to see the residential housing on Staten Island?
Yes.
He's like, yeah. And I said,
Wait, were your parents born in Staten Island?
they're born in Brooklyn.
Oh, that's a natural progression, right? Is
Banged
it Brooklyn
on the island.
to Staten Island or Brooklyn, New
Yeah.
Jersey?
It's just Staten Island.
Oh,
They stay
Brooklyn
there.
just-
Yeah.
okay.
We never went
No,
to
but
Jersey.
that's the natural. I'm saying
totally.
the natural
And
progression.
then to Florida to die.
Right.
That's the final step.
The Bronx does Bronx to Westchester to
Yeah,
Florida.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I love Westchester.
And now here we are. We come out to LA where people like, do you think you're better? Or like, why are you going to LA? And like, did you get like slack from people at home that you
Yeah.
came out here?
Not in like a negative way, but I think people, I guess they just missed me. It was so
Right.
sweet. And, like my grandma, my grandma's like, I just sit by the window and and I'm like, you got to get a hobby. I'd love to see you play the guitar or something. I'm out living my life. Don't hold me down. But people don't understand that, Tara. I try to
love
tell
it.
people I'm not a bird that you could cage,
There
but
is
people
a-
don't care.
There is a mentality of like not leaving where you came from.
Exactly.
And you came out here. You are, like I said, so funny. You're
Thank
doing
you.
so many great
You
things.
too.
I love these new videos you're doing, guys. You have to check it out on at Nicky Paris.
Nicky Paris bitch,
Nicky
which
Paris
is my
bitch.
confirmation name.
Your take on things, you are, so hilarious. You're like, it's like punchline after punchline. Like there's no room to breathe in between. You're just shooting them off, which you do on stage.
It's an illness.
No, it's really it's something to see, and it's not too much. Like you border on where you can go, oh my God, I can't. It's just constant laughter with you. You just keep going and going and going.
That's so sweet for you to say. You know who doesn't feel that way? The industry.
Right. Well,
but I don't take it personally.
well, we're in right.
My time will come. I may have varicose veins,
Yeah,
but I'll wait it out.
Yeah,
this comedy ruined my life. I can't turn back now.
But no, that's what I was just saying to another comic, right? So I went for dinner with a comic the other night. She goes, "Well, it's kind of like the old," because I talk about where I am right now, where it's like I didn't start, but I'm not where I want to be, and this is like the hardest part maybe to be because I'm not as idealistic as I was. And she's like, it's like you didn't come this far to come this far. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like how many years now are you doing comedy?
13.
Okay.
Maybe not that. But yeah, that's a long time, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
13.
No, but that's like standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're on the road.
I thought I was just going to be I thought I really blame my parents because I think I would have been a great applicant for Epstein Island. And I told her you could have been Dina Lohan. There's money to be made here.
The real want for the molestation here is like it's heavy with you.
It is.
Yeah, it was like the priest
because I haven't really been touched a lot.
Right. Well,
in my life.
I think you came out to LA and got touched quite a bit from
a lot of people think that, but actually no.
Are you not promiscuous?
Not really. You know, my idea of kink is leaving the lights on. And that's about as crazy as
you
know, I've been on TV. I have to behave a certain way, as you do.
Right.
You don't pull my hair or certain things. Would you do it to Carol Burnett?
Right. No.
And then don't even think about doing anything sick with me. But I have to be sluttier to survive out here. Now I'm like the old cow that's out to pasture. I'm not teabagging people like these other kids are on the street. And that's why I'm not further along.
Right,
and
in this
hurtful.
career, in this industry, in this city, you could have went further.
I haven't put my back into it.
No,
and now I'm afraid it's too late.
No. Now you're gonna end up in the hospital. My husband proposed to me and then ended up in the hospital that night because he was on his knee for too long. And I was like, "This is why you're supposed to get engaged when you're young and not 40 fucking 4." Because now we're in the goddamn hospital.
I have to tell you, the way that he loves you. That night that we all were at Paulie's dinner, the way that he watches you on stage, it was really sweet.
And then
but you guys are very cute together.
No, thank you.
It's good to have a support system.
You need it in this industry.
You're somebody that, like, people I could see, they come to see you and you fulfill them. Mm-hmm. You're beautiful, you're hilarious.
So
when I go to stage, people are like, please don't kill yourself. Like, stick it out.
No, I watched that audience mesmerized. They were mesmerized, which is why I was they just couldn't. They were laughing so hard, and you didn't give us a point. Like there was no break in the laugh. And then the mozzarella came on, and I was like, no, they're coming down from the high. I want to go up right after him, not after.
We have to do more together.
We
and
do.
Not after they bring out the cheese. That was something.
That was an interesting one.
I have a fear of cheese. Hard. When I was a little kid, somebody in my kindergarten class said that cheese grew between their toes, and I haven't had a solid piece of cheese since kindergarten.
Which is disgusting.
Wait,
but did you grow up? You grew up on like the traditional.
Yes, rice balls.
Yeah,
and I love my family. They're such amazing cooks, but there's always hair in my food.
No, I think we're just hairy as a population. I think it just has to
really
come off at some point.
At this point, and they all know. Like, I've ruined many meals, and I hate to be like that.
Were you a Sunday pasta? Like, was that like a tradition in your family? Minus the hair.
Not always.
Really?
Which was weird.
Yeah.
Like, we used to sometimes, but my dad loves chain restaurants. He has diabetes. So
he's an architect who's eating at chain restaurants and not traveling the world.
And I'm the same way. Unfortunately, I love a Chili's. So we would go to like Ruby Tuesdays in Woodbridge. Jersey.
No, this is sacrilege on a Sunday.
I know. I love the Olive Garden too.
No,
I know. I can't help
out.
it. The tour of Italy, they do it right because the butterfly, the chicken.
He's canceled on this podcast. We're cutting this out. You do not love the Olive Garden.
I do, and actually, I had a hot waiter in Idaho Falls at the Olive Garden, and me and Becky and our tour manager, we convinced the waiter came to the show and he brought his 12-year-old daughter, and I said, "That's community."
Wait, what is your go-to order at Olive Garden? Dare I ask this question to a Staten Island Italian?
I know. I'm so sorry, Tara, but I do love the pasta gnocchi, followed by the salad, light on the onions, and then I like the tour of Italy because
what's the tour of Italy?
It's a third of fettuccine alfredo,
which is not even in Italy, by the way. Continue. A tour of Italy. They don't have fettuccine alfredo in Italy. Did you know that? Okay.
I didn't actually. I just know that Stouffer's has also done a wonderful job. A third of chicken parmesan and a third of lasagna. So,
two of those things not in Italy.
Yeah, and the cream doesn't go with the chicken parmesan. That I'll say, as a real Italian, we shouldn't be mixing these sauces, but...
The tour of Italy.
Yeah, I do it and then I suffer from the,
Okay, for the record, fettuccine
Intestinally.
Alfredo, chicken parm, non-existent in actual Italy.
Yeah.
Those are not
But
Italian
I have to
dishes.
tell you, I'll even go to like some Italian places. They're not real Italians. I'll tell you the biggest problem on Staten Island, and I wish I would remember this. It's the Albanian pizzerias.
Oh, they're in the Bronx.
And people don't know the difference. That is the first thing I would do as mayor. Which maybe that's not a good thing.
No,
say. The Albanian pizzerias shut down. No. I feel like I shouldn't say that.
No, you could listen. This is the thing, and this
Everything
I love.
is humorous intentions.
It's the best part about like some of my best friends are Albanian. My cousin married an Albanian. They're so similar in Italian Albanian culture.
Yeah.
But you're right. Some of the and I'll dare I say the best restaurants now in some of these areas are Albanian owned and run.
Yeah, exactly.
They really. I mean, like
And
you're
they're
like.
tricking the people.
Well, I mean, front of house doesn't. Like, I could still tell the difference between
No,
us.
I could tell too. But I've already ordered the food and I'm home.
I know.
Because I want to DoorDash and support. I'm not leaving the house.
Listen.
You bring it to me.
Your father doesn't travel the world to know this, but when I went to Croatia, it was some of the best food I had
Really?
ever had, and some of the best Italian food I
In
had ever
Croatia?
had. Like, yes.
Is that in
The
Egypt?
pizza.
No,
No.
I'm thinking of Cairo.
Yep. All righty then.
Right? That's in
yeah, that
Egypt.
apple don't fall too far from the tree, right? Oh man.
I
But,
never played
yeah.
Carmen San Diego enough growing up.
Oh
Wait,
my
so
God,
what-
we're
so
in
you
the
had
world.
good Italian in Croatia.
And yeah, and it's So it's just I do think that there is a very similar component there. But you're right. It's like the Bronx too. It's a lot of Albanian owned
Yeah.
Italian
And that's
pizzeria
fine.
rrestaurants.
You know.
I mean, not when you run for mayor, it's not. But it's
They're saying Big Al's Pizza, but it's not. Al isn't. Al is short for Albanian,
Right.
And not Alfredo. So
Right.
I'm just saying it's
Alfredo
false
again.
advertising. I'd like to see Judge Judy's take.
Right. Well,
in
let's.
court.
I'd like to see you. I'd like to see what this commercial looks like. What is the campaign going to be called? This is what we have to figure out.
I know. I really got to think about this, but
You
I
have-
love red, white, and blue.
For the campaign.
Like Marie Antoinette.
Oh,
No,
you like-
that's not Marie Antoinette. Betsy Ross.
Okay. Yeah.
Different
All right.
criminal.
All right. Completely. Speaking of, I was going
Yeah.
to say it's Becky, but you are on tour with Becky Robinson.
Yeah.
Those shows look like they are so, like,
Yeah.
between the two of you, I feel like people are just, it's nonstop entertainment.
We have so much fun together, and the
On
women
and
who
off
come
stage,
to
I'm
these
sure.
shows are just like, it's such a sight to see, and we just have the best time.
So she does Entitled Housewife,
Mm-hmm.
and then Becky, you on tour as
it's like
Becky
a full
Robinson?
production. The whole tour, it's the whole show. She does half the show is herself, and half the show is Entitled. So I've been on tour with her for almost a year, and we have so much fun together. We're performing in Europe this summer, which I'm really excited about. I've always wanted to go to
Wait,
Dublin because I love gingers, so I'm finally gonna have my chance.
There
I
you
can have my
go.
Annie moment.
That's
And,
it.
You know. She was an orphan, but I could kill my family. I'm not above it. I
mean,
relate to Gypsy
if you're
Rose.
in Dublin and your family's in Staten Island, you're basically an orphan at that point.
You're
Yeah,
right.
you are an orphan at that point.
Exactly.
So wait, where are you going in Europe?
Dublin, Glasgow, Scotland, Brighton,
Okay.
and I say London.
Other places that ends in ON.
Oh,
Yes.
and, yeah, I know. I'm blanking
If it ends in an
like
ON, that's
beans,
where we are.
greens,
Oh,
tangerines.
so are you gonna hit up local good food spots there, or are you gonna look for chains in these places?
Probably chains, and then I'll see where I go from there. I know
Nikki,
I can't help it. Like I
You
go, I
know-
pull into like these Midwestern cities, and I'm like, you know what I'm craving right now? Applebee's. I love the chicken fajita roll up, and there's no Applebee's out here in LA. So when I travel, I have to indulge.
the only one I can go for is the Crate and Barrel.
Oh, Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
I
don't even know. You ever had Cracker
love
Barrel?
the Cracker Barrel.
Did you? You're not a chain person. Why Cracker? Is that like insulting to Ohio?
Were you thinking of Crate and Barrel?
No, that's like a
We'll
the
cut
South will
this.
Rise Again restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Oh,
Well, this is my.
what are you trying to get diabetes? I mean, it's like
I know
all
I
they
won't go
serve
there
is
a lot.
potatoes
I'm not
and
eating
sugar.
there
I
all
love
the
the Cracker
time.
Barrel, and this is unfortunate to hear.
Right. It's like
But the
Chick-fil-A.
hash brown casserole.
Wait, will you eat Chick-fil-A?
I love Chick-fil-A, and I was attacked by the gay community recently online.
Were you?
They came after me
What happened?
because I said I love Chick-fil-A, and people like, they say horrible things about gay people. I'm like, I've said horrible things about gay people. Have you ever been on a Delta flight? Like, It happens. It comes, and I was attacked by all these people from RuPaul's Drag Race. A drag queen, and I've never actually publicly spoken about this, but
Okay.
now's the chance because I've
Let's
been
do
very
it.
upset about it. There was a famous drag queen. Everyone knows her. I won't say her name, though. We did a performance together where she had a prosthetic penis on her forehead. You know, I'm not that way. So I said, you look great. What do you say? This Chick-fil-A video goes viral. This person that had a penis on their face had the nerve to attack me
No.
and say, weak sauce, this is appalling. And I had everything in me. And I said, you perform with a prosthetic dick on your face. And I said, no, Nick, because I've been in therapy. I have to let them. People are going to say what they're going to say.
Let them.
They're going to walk around with a dick on their face, and people have their own judgments. I can't put it into writing. But I was so...
No, you did the very Italian thing, and you're gonna buy.
I couldn't believe it because you know what, that penis was jarring.
Did
And
your
if there
mother
was
do
an
this? Wait,
HR
did you?
Yes, and I was hit with wooden spoons and all. I was beat like a raccoon.
Yeah.
And I used to hide the spoons. So I would think ahead. Whenever I did anything bad, I said, I'm gonna store up on these for next time because then I'll have a little leg room on them. So the next time I'd say something fresh, she'd go through all the drawers. Where are the spoons? I had them all.
That is amazing.
Can't hit me without the spoon. But I deserved it.
That is a weapon.
Yeah.
But wait, you the let me, that was like a
Yes.
Mel Robbins.
Yes, let
them.
And I'm working on that. Because I have a lot of control issues.
Does that happen with age now? Do you think it's just like you're getting a little older, not much?
He's not even 30.
I am, but thank you.
31?
Still 30s.
Oh, bitch. Nicky Paris, bitch. Yeah, okay. So, but
Let them.
But let them. So the let them theory, tell people what it is really quick if they don't know it.
It's basically just you can't control what people say or do. You know what I mean? And you have to accept them and realize it has more to do with me. Like my grandma, I love her. She just got really serious ankle surgery. And I was saying to her, you know, you should wear Dr. Scholl's. It'll help you when you walk. And she goes, yeah, but looks a little faggoty. And I'm like, I have to let her. I have to let her be a homophobe with bunions. And it's on me. So I'm really doing a lot of inner work. And as you can see, it's not going well, Tara. I'm falling apart.
Grandma knows?
Oh, yes. Grandma knows.
Knows her audience in that statement?
Yes. One time, to go back to the stand-up question, my parents, I think they find me very shocking. Like the last show, the big show my parents came and saw me did, my mom goes, you know what's my favorite part? That bow at the end. Is that new? I said, everything that came out of my mouth, I poured my hearts out to you losers. And the bow is what you were most affected by. But I have to let them.
Right.
Because I can't make them
have to let them.
I asked my grandma one show, I said, I've always wanted to have someone throw roses at me at the end of a show. She said, I'll do it. That night,
Nothing.
no roses.
No roses.
But I gotta let them.
You have to
I
let
have
them.
to get my own
Did
roses.
she even bring them and maybe not like your performance and then didn't throw them? Or
That would have hurt less, actually. But no, it wasn't even a thought.
she didn't
So nobody
come?
cares about me.
All right.
But I
Well,
hate to bring the vibe down. Should
No.
we talk about the Cracker Barrel?
yeah, can we cut that?
Can we
Thanks.
ruin my favorite breakfast
We are
spot?
cutting the Cracker Barrel part out. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Guys, I like a good biscuit every now and then, and
Same.
apparently I can't get them there anymore, which is fine. I didn't know. We're informing people of these things. We're cutting it. Yes, we are.
You'll be hearing from my
Totally.
lawyers.
Oh my God. But all right. Anyway, so Nicky, if people don't get a scope of just how fucking great you are, just from this
love you.
podcast, please check him. Tell them where they can find you. I mean, if
My
you're
next
listening,
stop is rehab. So, you can find me at Passages Malibu.
but listen,
Turning
you
over a new
wish
leaf.
Passages
I know.
Malibu.
You're right.
How much
You're
as a
right.
comic you make that much money? I will move into Passages. I'll fake an addiction to get into Passages Malibu
Same.
just so I could have affordable living here, and because this is killing me.
It's hard. I'll pick up
It
the
is hard.
scissor, the purple drink with the codeine. No one could ever say it wasn't fun.
Right. So wait a minute. No. So 31, you're a baby.
Mm.
It's all happening for you. I see it. I know the talent.
You too.
What do you have an end goal or do you not focus on it? Like was the goal always stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
Yeah, me too.
You know, and I don't know. You know,
Because there's
I
a lot of
guess-
actors here that didn't make it and then do comedy.
Right. and they do prop work.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
or puppets,
Right.
which I love. I love it all. All right. And, you know, I guess at this point, I think just to be able to do it, to have your bills paid and by making people happy, like only prostitutes really get to know that sensation.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You give your rate and you're like, this is
Right.
what it takes to bring the laughs to town.
You are living the prostitute's dream, as am I.
Yeah,
and
we
you know
both
what?
are.
And
It's
it does feel
inspiring.
good. It is. It
That
does
could be
feel
our
good.
mayoral
You're good.
tagline.
That's it. Maybe I should run for the Bronx. You should run for Staten Island.
Yes.
We'll work together
I think we need
to make pizzas Italian again.
And
Pizzerias
Nicole,
Italian again. Let's
we
make
need-
pizzerias
Italian
That's
again.
it. That's it. There's a slogan. It came to me. Let's make pizzerias Italian again.
I've got a
Now we
slogan,
got
too. I got
something.
your next title for your special.
Yeah.
The Queen of Staten Island.
All right, we'll cut that.
All right.
It just came to me. That's great. It's brilliant. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it? All right. No, I love it. Thank you.
Keita's
Thanks for chiming in with that.
Keita's contributions to this podcast will be cut from this episode. We appreciate his efforts, though.
Thanks
A
for workshopping that with us. I love you. That's very sweet.
Yeah. Oh. Next. Anyway. No. Oh.
We
man.
love you.
We do love you. Cutting everything you said out of this
Yeah,
episode, but we love you.
But we'll remember it nonetheless.
We'll save it just for us.
We'll save it. It'll be on Tara's Patreon.
It'll be the behind the scenes. I'm starting a Patreon of just Keita. That is going to be my new thing, which is going to be Keita Mascaro. Everything he said that we didn't want the public to know.
For $34.99, you can find out.
Right. I'm not going to get canceled, but here's Keita.
Right. Exactly.
You can pay for this. Well, Nikki, I love you.
I
Tell
love you
people
so
where they
much,
can find
too.
you.
Nicky Paris Bitch on Instagram.
Nikki Paris Bitch on Instagram.
NickyParis.com. Come see me live, and I hope that we get to do more stuff together.
No, we are doing more stuff together. I am here.
Because you're moving here.
That's it. This is
So
it.
it's happening.
This was the dream. And I have a paisan with me. Guys,
right.
please check out Nicky Paris. Go see him live. Go see him live. He's a moment. You're such a gift. And thank you for tuning into Cawfee Talk. You guys know that you can find me and all my shows at tarajokes.com. Have a great day. Have a piece of pizza from slice of pizza from
An authentic
an
one.
authentic Italian pizzeria, and that's it. We'll cut that part out too. Bye.
Cawfee Talk.